Hello. Great presentation, by the way. My first question, I guess my only question, in regards to buying the list. Do you get in trouble for sending emails to a list that you essentially bought? I've heard recommendations of kind of doing Facebook ads, retargeting that specific contact in those emails before actually emailing them directly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out who's speaking. Are you saying about buying a list? I don't buy lists. I buy clicks.
Okay.
You're not purchasing the list. What you're purchasing is clicks to that list. To give you an example, this man here is a solo ad vendor. I'm going to buy clicks from his list. So
Right,
he's got to send my email to his list. I've got no access to his list. I don't know what what email is he sending. I mean, I know the email that he's sending, so I'll give him the swipe copy. But I don't know, he might be just emailing a segment of his list to get me 500 clicks, okay? So I don't have access to his list. What I have access afterwards is I'm pulling some of his subscribers to my list. So the 500 people that he sent me, if I've got like a 50% opt-in rate, 250 people from John's list will come into Paolo. I pay him the money and I get 250 subscribers. And then it's down to me now to sell to them. I've got 250 subscribers of John's now on my list for me to sell to. Does that make sense? So I'm not buying his list.
No, yeah, I got you.
That would be very wrong because then, imagine if I would use John's list and it would be Paolo selling to John's list.
Right, that's where I was confused because there are vendors where you can buy like lists.
John will actually email his list saying, hey, I've got a good friend of mine about his name is Paolo, he's got a great product for you to click on this link.
Perfect.
Not an email from Paolo, because why would John's people be getting an email from Paolo? It's not right. So that's not what I do. I don't buy lists, I buy clicks from companies. So if you've got a list, I'm interested, I want to do business with you. I'm going to give you some money. You're going to email your list, but with your name saying, I met this guy, crazy dude, who doesn't know how to use the computer, but he makes shitloads of money online. Click on this link. Yeah, does that make sense?
Thank you. Yeah,
good.
And just to clarify, I'm not personally in ads. He was using that as an example.
He doesn't sell.
I don't actually sell to my list. No.
Okay, cool.
Okay, how do you get your product or your services? If you're new to all of this and you need to have a product to sell or a service to sell, where do you go to get that?
To get the product?
Yes.
Oh, product sourcing, that's another presentation. Maybe John can elaborate a little bit more on that. Me personally, I only promote things that I go and check them out, and I'm not going to mention any companies, but the company that I currently represent and promote, I went to their offices in California. I sat down with the owner. I checked their products. I looked him in the eye, and if I feel good about this guy, the owner, if I feel good about the products most of all, can the product alone stand alone as a product without the business opportunity? Can I sell that product? Then yes, then I promote that. That's why you don't see me really promoting ClickBank products, because a lot of those products, I don't know the owners, I don't know who they are, I don't even know if the product works. So I mainly use the product first, because I need to believe in it. Otherwise, how can I sell something that I don't believe in it? I've got to be passionate about it. And the two things that I currently sell online, I'm very passionate about, and that's why I do so well. Because I know the people behind it, I use the product, I own the product, so I can speak from authority, from an authority point of view. I would never sell something now that I don't believe in it, or I don't use. I just don't do that anyway. I hope that answers does that make sense, yeah? Yeah.
And you're asking where to go to find these products? So in terms of a product that you can just promote as an affiliate? Various places that would be quick, like Paolo's talking about, getting involved in a big company long term. But ClickBank, if you do your research on ClickBank, great place to find a product to stand behind. As long as, like Paolo said, you've got to feel good about it. So you can go through it, go through the training. I mean, we've talked about it all this week, of course, but ClickBank's a good place. CPA networks, look those up. There's a network called Commission Junction, commissionjunction.com. I think it's cj.com. And there's affiliate products on there. And then another thing is actually events. A bunch of products that I've promoted is actually because I've just bumped into someone at an event and we've been talking and they've told me about their products and it's like, actually that's quite cool. Maybe we'll do some business together. So that's another way. But a simple get going, affiliate networks, CPA networks. Do a Google searches for those, you'll find them. Who's got the mic next? If you could put your hand up when you've got the mic. Okay, cool.
It's a question for Paolo. Paolo, with your banner advertising, I'm familiar with your work anyway, so do you use those banner advertisements, the company's banner advertisement, or do you have your own?
Yeah.
You have your own. And
Good
if so,
to-
where do you...
Very good question. There's lots of things that I didn't cover in my presentation. I forgot. I'm really sorry. Where do we get the banners from? 20 banners, $20banners.com. That's who I use. So $20 banners with an S.com. They've got wonderful designers there. They know colors that convert. They market. It's actually run by marketers. That's where I go and get my banners done. I just give them the swipe. I like to write my own swipe. I like to give them, this is what I want you guys to write on it. But then with colors and all that, although I test colors, I let them do their thing. And then I test them. And if red doesn't work, I say turn it into green, and let's try that. But,
Awesome. Also, with your email, the companies you use, like Aweber, etc.
Yeah.
Delivery rate. Do you know from your experience which are the best open rates, I suppose? Which sort of company would be best to use?
Yeah, man. I would go with Ontraport for that, for deliverability. Ontraport. And there's another company which really I can't recall the name now, man. But Ontraport would be, there's Aweber and GetResponse here, and then there's Ontraport above. Obviously, it's more expensive, but you got to, things that are more expensive, sometimes you need to ask why. And it's because the deliverability is higher.
Okay, yeah.
There's
brilliant.
another one which you'll come to my mind and I'll tell you, because that's the top one. And that's extremely, extremely expensive. Yeah, that's why, yeah.
I was just taking notes.
Cool. So, so you're not sleeping this time then?
Awesome. Cheers, man.
Hi, over here.
Oh, over this side?
Yeah,
Oh, there.
question for John. I think I mentioned at the start, we sell physical products all through Amazon. And when employing these marketing techniques like Facebook ads and YouTube and all the rest of it,
Yeah.
I think from what I understand from your history, you've set up an Amazon business and had some success in that. When you're driving traffic, would you say you need to start fulfilling from your own website rather than driving traffic to, say, an Amazon page, because you're doing all that hard work getting someone through your funnel?
Yeah.
They're getting to a buying mentality, and
Yeah.
then you're pushing them into Amazon where they've got a whole store to
Right,
choose
right.
from.
Well, to be fully transparent, I never did huge things with Amazon. It was eBay that I started when I was selling physical products.
Right.
But that was, again, years and years ago, where I was just buying. I didn't even really know what I was even doing. I wasn't driving traffic. I was just pasting things on eBay, and people are searching on eBay. In terms of Amazon, played around with it a bit, you know, and there's ways to find keywords people are searching for physical products,
Yeah,
and targeting those for in terms of traffic generation.
yeah.
So people that are literally searching for the physical product that you are promoting.
Yeah, within Amazon, yeah, they've got their own.
And I'm
sort
talking
of-
about like Google and YouTube.
Right, okay.
Like people will type in, if you're selling, you know, rubber duck, people are going to Google, they're typing in like rubber duck, best plastic rubber duck, cheap plastic rubber duck. You know, people are typing that stuff in, and then you can rank videos for that. You do the videos in a slightly different way. You do videos like showing off your rubber duck from multiple different angles, and oh, this is the best rubber duck you're ever going to find. Here's the link, you know. But you do your videos differently, but you can still rank with your videos for physical products. But in terms of, you know, funnels and the other things you said, I wouldn't feel confident advising on that because I've not really done it.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's fine.
All right, can I just say something? I actually remember the company is Meropost. Make a note of that, guys. If you're the highest deliverability in the industry that I know of, it's Meropost. And I hear it from a lot of markets. Meropost, M-A-R, Post,
A.
P-O-S-T, I think. Meropost.
Mara with another A.
Oh, with another A.
M-A-R-A post. I believe so.
Yeah. Yes, it is, yeah. But expensive as hell, but really good.
It's more on the level with Infusionsoft. So it's a glorified autoresponder. A bunch more stuff.
So make a note of that. That's the highest one you can go to.
Great. Who's got the mic now? Over here.
Hi guys, this is kind of open to everyone, so kind of chip in if you know the answer. If you're getting started like really early on in affiliate marketing and kind of you're trying to decide what type of products you want to promote within a certain niche, and you're looking at ClickBank and kind of maybe some other companies as well, typically is ClickBank the way to start in terms of just getting the ball rolling, and then you kind of start to look at other companies that might be a bit bigger and kind of approaching them? Is that the best place? And also, typically, how many products should you be promoting at any one time, obviously, to your list? So obviously, I know it's one product at a time, but typically after that process and the campaign's finished, how long do you then leave before you promote something else?
Yeah, very good question. Maybe I'll just take it initially, and then maybe you guys can answer. I know you haven't had a chance to answer yet, but With ClickBank, yeah, I would, when you're first starting out, to come back to the base of your question, when you're first starting out, is it smart to just start something like a ClickBank product and then, and then kind of move up from there? And I would say yes. That's why I've kind of touched on it this week, is that when I first started, it's exactly what I did. I was just promoting these ClickBank products, and I was just kind of getting behind these affiliate offers. And then we had the conversation of transitioning into offering my own stuff, but I would piggyback my own stuff on someone else's, so I didn't have all the weight on my shoulders. And then that started to give me confidence with my own stuff. And then I would, so then you kind of level up from there, and more opportunities will open up. The more events you're going to, the more things you're doing, the more results you're getting, the contacts you're making, the more opportunities will just flourish from there. But yeah, I would just start with one simple ClickBank product. Focus on that, nail it, get it converting, get it working, and then the best thing to do is then to automate that funnel and start creating others as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You guys have anything to add?
Yeah, I've started in ClickBank. I know I said earlier I don't promote ClickBank products anymore, just from a moral point of view. I rather serve people in a different way. But I started on ClickBank actually 4 years ago promoting my mentor's product. It was a product called like 48-hour cash machine. You can't go and check that. That's gone now. But I did very well out of that one product. I was clearing about $15,000 to $20,000 a month 4 years ago, selling one product. Why? Because it was my mentor's product. I love this guy, by the way. So I believed in it. I used it. I was making money from it. So I was just advertising it. So from one product alone, and I run with it for about like 6 months. And I did very well out of that. So yeah, that's when I started ClickBank, yeah.
I would say with ClickBank, it's changed a lot over the years, especially in the last year and a half. It used to be a place where it was a lot of kind of push button money like software. That's kind of what Paulo was talking about, where it's like, hey, push one button and you can make $1 million, and that's what a lot of the products were on ClickBank. And some of the vendors would have refund rates upwards of like 30, 40, 50% because their products were not that good. But now ClickBank has kind of they're $1 billion company. They've done over $1 billion in sales, so they've started to change a lot of their practices, and they have a lot higher benchmark for what they allow on ClickBank. So the quality of products on ClickBank now is a lot higher, and so a lot of the guys that were making money on ClickBank are literally not allowed on ClickBank right now. And if you go to ClickBank, you'll see people like Deepak Chopra and very well-known and respected people on ClickBank. So it's like the level of products on ClickBank, I would say now versus what it was before are a lot better. So it's like even if you go to their homepage right now, you'll see Deepak, you'll see just very respectable people, which they were never on ClickBank before. So,
Totally agree.
Yeah, my question's mainly for Paolo, but if you guys can add as well.
What am I looking at?
Let's go over here.
The lights are blinding me. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, the crazy accent guy over here.
How you doing, Phil?
Yeah, when you're doing solo ads or banner ads to cold traffic, dependent on the affiliate platform that you're promoting, what would you recommend in regards to follow-up series? How do you go about that just to warm the list up? And how many emails? What do you do specifically?
That depends. I could say 6 and 7 and pretend I'm the authority here and it works. Some people do 20 and it works better. You got to go and try. I've got 7 email series that I got someone. I paid a copywriter to do it for me because I'm not a natural copywriter. I mean, as you can gather, English is not even my first language, for crying out loud. So I paid someone to write emails for me. So I paid someone to write them to me.